Hi, besties. How are you? Hey, that's not DC. I'm still Amanda Savage, though. Who are you?
Hello. I'm back on the NXT post show.
I heard that they were calling you Bearded Amanda last time.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was
Okay,
funny.
so Vanilla DC is here.
Yep. I'll go by that today.
Vanilla DC is here, and we are going to chat about all things NXT. Although I feel like if you follow Cory on social medias, you already have thoughts and questions perhaps for him for tonight. So go ahead and pop those in the chat. I don't have any questions. I mean, I do, but I also don't want to be like putting anyone on blast. But you can ask him, and he maybe will answer you. Geez,
Absolutely.
Cory. Do you get to do predictions, or would you just like tell me all the answers? Because I don't want to know.
I can do predictions because I don't really get the results like that, so I can do predictions.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm gonna get results for a show, it's probably gonna be the same day. So
Fair.
I can do predictions for the shows.
Makes sense. Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Guess who's back in his and a uni grad. Congratulations, Jordan. Happy birthday as well. Oh, my bestie. OG bestie. Thank you for sharing the stream, my man.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get into it. The show. So you're probably more reliable with the actual, but I'll try. So this will be a fun test for me if I can get the order. I think what happened first was there was the Ricky Saints and Vanity Project Gauntlet match. I think I might even know the order because I think it was. I know the Battle of the Rickies was second. Who came first? I would guess. Oh God, what's his name? Is it Bryce Donovan?
I'll tell you.
Did he go first?
Brad Baylor.
Who's Bryce Donovan?
Yeah, Brad.
Is he in it
Brad
too?
Baylor was first. There's four of them on Evolve. There's four of them.
Oh, I named the bonus four.
Only three of them were there tonight.
There you go. So that's what you get, comment section, when you say I don't know people's names. I know the names so well. I know the people's names that weren't even there. Okay, so Brad Baylor was first, then Ricky's. Isn't his name Ricky Smokes?
Saints versus Ricky Smokes, yes.
It's fun. Was second up. And then I'm assuming Jackson Drake was the Evolve. He's the Evolve champion.
Correct? Evolve champion, correct.
Yeah, and he was the third pillar to fall to Ricky Saints. Mm-hmm. And then they will go on to, and I found out what was going to happen a little bit before the end of the match because I saw something that was posted by you and it made it look like it was pornography on my phone. And I thought, you know what? I bet that's not pornography at all. I'm old enough. Yeah. Let me click it and see. Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's very exciting. The match result did end up being that it's Ricky Saints and All Ego Ethan Page at Great American Bash. It's Falls Count Anywhere.
Right? Yep, correct.
What are your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts on this.
The feud has to end somehow, and they've been going back and forth for quite some time. And Falls Count Anywhere makes sense because they can literally fight anywhere in that venue, the studio. Mm-hmm. Go over there, center stage. Yeah. They can fight anywhere. So
that's right.
They
That'll 100%, be fun.
Yeah, they can fight anywhere. The last time we saw them in the ring together, obviously, Ricky was taking. He had a problem with his throat. He on the steel chair leg. Yeah, I was at that show. I was there in person. I saw when Ethan Page did it to him, and it was nasty. It was very nasty in person, yeah. So, but no, it was good start to the show with this Vanity Project Gauntlet, as they called it. Kind of reminded me of when Ricky did it on AEW, a little bit reminiscent of that, yeah. But Ricky versus Ethan is official for Great American Bash now. So.
Okay, this is where it already is going to get derailed because I love Ricky Saints so much the greatest hit from AEW that I want him to bring back was, it had to have been choreographed. It had to have been the perfect moment between he and Max, that he speared MJF, and MJF must have kicked his little feet, and those Burberry slides flew off at the exact moment of impact. And it was just something that it made such an impactful like moment that I personally will never forget. I bet there's someone else out there who loved the little Burberry slides getting thrown off. I want to see something like that.
Ricky's got some style, so
knock off of that man, Ethan Page. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Let's see. What's Jordan have to say? Ricky Saints dub incoming. Jasper Troy versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania 44. That may be. That makes sense. I might be getting too old to read what is happening.
Riz equals Real Donna. Booker getting knocked over killed me, and I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Who's Real Donna? What? What's? Oh no.
What? Let's see.
Is it an internet thing?
What did we have?
What?
No, Jasper Troy. We'll talk about him a little bit during the show. That man, big meaty man.
This big meaty man.
And he's coming along very quickly. Next, we had a segment in the women's locker room. It was a women's backstage segment. And I'm looking at it. The whole sheet that I was posting from. I'm looking at it right now.
There you go.
Yeah. So we had that. You had Sol Ruka and Zarya with Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice talking about Sol and Zarya being the representatives for NXT, going for the women's tag team championships. So then you have Lainey Reed. Lainey Reed interrupts, gets into it with Kalani. They get into it a little bit. They walk away from each other. And then you just leave Kalani and Lola back there reacting to what just happened. Because Lainey Reed is fairly new. And she's stepping up to these veterans that have been in NXT for quite some time now. So she's very ballsy, I gotta say. Very ballsy. But she's very good too. So I don't have a problem. With it. I'm glad she's getting her shine now. That would lead to something that I dropped also. Kalani Jordan versus Lainey Reed taking place tonight on NXT. And shout out to that scoop there. After that, we go into the Battle of the No Quarter Catch Crew. The Battle of the No Quarter Catch Crew. Tavion Heights versus Charlie Dempsey. If Tavion Heights wins, he's out of No Quarter Catch Crew. And a lot happened in this match. Aside of Charlie Dempsey, we haven't seen in a while. Taking control, doing a lot of stuff.
Something I thought while watching this match in particular was that there is a literal son of William Regal who has grown up with access to the entire Bryan Danielson catalog. And that is pretty crazy because you can see him. I just feel like I don't like to say that you can see influence in people because it's not meant to be pejorative, but I feel like there was an extra gear that Charlie Dempsey had the opportunity to showcase tonight that I don't think he typically does, and that was really impressive. Like that's how I want him to always be. Almost like he should probably always be.
They've just been using him like not even really in the ring. They've just been keeping him in these backstage segments with No Quarter Catch Crew. Yeah. It's like you have the son of William Regal on your roster. What are you doing? We'll talk about that match. That was a little thing that they had before the match, though. We had a segment with Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace, the first segment of multiple segments tonight. Jordan Grace is in the gym in the Performance Center getting her workout in. Gets a phone call from Blake Monroe. And she's like, I thought we were supposed to be training for the match at Great American Bash. And Blake's like, yeah, we are. and Jordan's like, with the black SUV outside? I don't think I can pick that up. And Blake is like, no, that's my personal driver. Go ahead and get in the car. You can come meet
Training
me.
looks different to everyone.
Yeah. So they had that was their first segment of the night together. I like their chemistry there.
They're fun.
They posted a video. Jordan Grace posted a video of them doing a TikTok. Very cute. Very, very cute. But yeah, I like them together. I'm glad that they put them for her first match in NXT. I was kind of surprised that they have her doing a tag team match, Blake Monroe. But it kind of makes sense because the storylines are intertwining with each other. And what comes out of Great American Bash, we'll find out. We'll find out because there's still some more stuff after Great American Bash this weekend that we're going to talk about. So we've got a lot. We've got a lot that's happening. There is so much happening this weekend that, holy cow, my brain is going to malfunction from covering it all. I'm going to love it all. I can tell you that right now. So
that's good.
And we went from that. I think we went from that segment straight to the match. We went straight to the match with those guys, Charlie Dempsey versus Tavion Heights. We went straight to the match. And the match, like you said, Charlie Dempsey was being aggressive, a different side of him tonight that we haven't seen, which ultimately led to Ren Sinclair throwing in the towel for Tavion Heights and Charlie Dempsey picking up the win. So that means Tavion Heights is still stuck in the No Quarter Cash crew for the moment, which is unfortunate. I like No Quarter Cash crew, but it's not really doing anything for me anymore. I don't feel like there's a reasoning or a point behind it. Without Miles Bourne and how they're doing it now, I just think everybody would be better off as singles competitors. So Tavion Heights, I posted last week that Tavion Heights is due for a push soon. He's still due for a push. They're going to build to it. But the match was pretty good. The ending was kind of meh to me, but I think let the story build a little bit more between the No Quarter Cash crew. Tavion Heights is not going to be happy that Ren Sinclair threw in the towel for him because he wasn't giving up. He wasn't giving up. He wasn't going to tap. He wasn't doing nothing. Ren just felt like he's taken enough punishment from Charlie Dempsey. I need to throw in this towel before he really, really hurts him. So that ended up happening. No Quarter Cash crew with the three of them is still together for the time being.
Ooh, it's okay. I do agree. It's probably a better, longer storyline. So
yeah, I think
kind of got out. Like it was not a super long one. I mean, it wasn't short, but it wasn't. I could see where this could go into more of an opportunity to build both of them, like Charlie Dempsey as a much more dastardly character as well, because he's probably going to be a little dick about it.
Yeah, he already is being one where he didn't.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He's not being nice already, but
no, he didn't want to let him go in the first place. So he's been an asshole to Tavion ever since Miles Bourne was allowed to leave the group. So he didn't want to face him in the first place. Remember, he did not want to face Tavion Heights. He made Tavion Heights go through some things. He did not want to face him. Ultimately, last week, they came to the conclusion, we're going to have this match the following week, which was today. And if you win, you're out. So, but he's not out yet. He is not out. We're still the No Quarter Cash crew with just 3 members currently. Let's see. After that, we had a backstage segment. Hank and Tank are getting ready for their match backstage. Lexus King's in the background doing who knows what. I don't know what the hell he's doing back there.
Okay, I was like, if anyone can tell me what the hell Lexus King is doing back there, it would be Cory. I guess not.
Literally, all it says is Lexus King is in the background. So I don't know what Lexus King was doing. He's literally just in the background of the shot. It was planned, but I don't know what the point was of having him doing. He's literally banging stuff in the background. Big old
fanny pack too, like a big one. Like it looked
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know what he was doing.
And he had headphones. Yeah. Do you think he's looking for ghosts?
I don't know.
He looked almost like he was ghost hunting.
It was very, very weird. The segment ends up with Javon Evans coming in and hyping up Hank and Tank, talking about, let's go, boys, let's go. And big meaty man, Jasper Troy, comes up and attacks him, throws him into the door, beats him down a little bit. Hank and Tank have to grab him off of him. walk away. We go away from the segment as Javon is getting looked at and helped up. We come back out to Mike Santana making his entrance in the crowd. It's so badass. His entrance is so cool. When he first showed up the NXT on that episode, that was his first time there. I was there. He walked right past me, dapped me up. It was cool. Yeah, Mike Santana, cool dude. I've had a few opportunities to talk to him. He's real cool. He's a cool guy. I'm really glad that they're integrating him into some NXT programming, which I had reported on the Body Slam Patreon that him and Joe Hendry are going to be on NXT for the coming weeks leading up to Slammiversary. I said that 2 weeks ago. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to the Body Slam Patreon down there.
Oh, look at that. It's right there.
DC, brother. DC.
Oh, yes. Hello. DC's here. Also, I figured out with Jordan. Sorry, Jordan. I was just being stupid. You're saying that Rizzo's the boss. I was just like, what the hell? What's going on? Thank you to Blackhawk for reposting the stream. And also, we appreciate you filling in, Cory.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You have to go back to the beginning. I dubbed him Vanilla DC. So instead of Bearded Amanda, this is.
Yep, the nicknames keep rolling in.
You'll get a T-shirt eventually. They'll have them all on it. Do you have a funny like Scoopster name yet?
Nope.
Have you come up
with?
Nope.
I had one that I had to shut down. I had one when I was first doing them. It's not funny, but it was my hashtag was Cory Select, and I had to shut that down because I was going against Fightful.
I'm gimmick infringement.
And those are my friends over there, so I couldn't do that. But no, it was cool.
What's your favorite breakfast pastry?
I like cinnamon rolls.
Okay, well, cinnamon roll scoops is probably too long, so I'll come up with a different one, and we'll try this again later. Okay, so where were we? Oh, we were at Joe. Well, first we were at Santana's entrance.
Santana made his entrance.
Not in person.
Then Joe Hendry made his entrance after.
Still gets a pop from you.
Still gets a pop.
Is there going to be Joe Hendry blasphemy from you as well?
No.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way. Also, please nobody catfish me with the Joe Hendry TikTok filter, but also please do, because it'd be so funny to have like 12 Joe Hendrys all DMing me at the same time. So please, why is that not happening? Hello, it's right there. I thought that was a delightful match. I don't know that
they're trying to build High Rise into a better thing, but I don't think High Rise really. I don't think Wesley really needs to be in that position. I talked about it before. I talked about it with DC. I don't think Wesley needs to be in a position with Tyson and Tyreek. He should be doing his own thing. Since he came back, they had him as that baby face in the beginning, and then he turned heel. He turned on the Rascals, and that was a good angle. But since then, it's been like they don't really have anything for him. So I don't think the High Rise is working. They're doing work in Evolve too, but I don't think the group is working as a whole.
Fair.
So we got that. Mike Santana gets the W in that match, and then High Rise and Trick Williams stand tall by taking out both Santana and Joe Hendry. So that's going into the contract signing that we have on Saturday. Contract signing. We have a contract signing on a PLE. And that'll be interesting to see what happens there. I put a let's see what it was after this. You had the Yoshiki Inamura video package with all the people saying you got this, Inamura. You had Muda, Great Muda, Marufuji, Kiyomiya, Io Sky. So you had quite a few influential people in Japan wrestling wise, wishing him good luck and saying that he's got this. He'll become champion on Saturday at Great American Bash. Then coming back from that, what did we have? Dark State. We had the Dark State vignette.
Do you appreciate when they make an attempt to fill in plot holes like that? Like,
Kinda.
I do think that served a purpose. Like, I think that clip was meant to be like, hey, it's not as cut and dry as you think, or like, it's not as obvious of a result as you might think. To kind of like,
a lot of people, when he won last week, a lot of people are like, okay, why? What are we doing here? But Inamura is very, very good. He's an incredible talent. That deserves this. And if he were the one to dethrone Obafemi for the NXT Championship, I would not be mad about it at all.
No, and it wouldn't. Not that it wouldn't be surprising, because I think it would be surprising, but it also would not be at the peril of Obafemi, because they've just now shown a video package of some of the biggest names in the history of Japanese wrestling saying that this person is iconic. So okay.
Yeah. See what you did there. I like those. I like that touch though. You get some big names from Japan chiming in. WWE Hall of Famer. Two of the most influential wrestlers over in Noah. You have Io Sky, your current women's world champion. So yeah, and the Japanese wrestlers in WWE are all very, very close. That's cool. They're all great friends with each other. They all hang out all the time. So being here, being so hard in America, they're all so close to each other. Like you'll see all the time Julia, Io, Kyrie, they're working out together. You'll see pictures. So it's good that they have a group of them that stick together, and so they're not lonely. It's good to have a group of people, especially with Inamura being freshly to NXT over the last few months. Good to see. I enjoyed the video package, breaking it down, getting the well wishes. Then we went into Dark State basically saying nobody's safe again. Dark State saying that you thought we were just going to touch down here. No, we went and took our talents to TNA and we took out Matt Cardona. Funny thing is, I think that's going to lead to Matt Cardona having a match with Dark State at a Slammiversary. And I think that he's going to end up popping up in NXT before we know it. I think there's potential there. I think there's potential.
I live for Matt Cardona, and I think that the amount of people who just he grates them and they won't get over it, it will be really funny to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before we see him in NXT.
So fun. Oh, okay. Wait, how hard is that, Cory? Do you have a hard time with that? Let's talk about your human experience. Is there things that like should people read into that? The fact that you just said, I think we'll see Matt Cardona in NXT.
Maybe not. I like to throw hints. So
okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, if you see my post on Twitter, you see I like to throw hints. I don't like to straight out give spoilers most of the time. So if I'm saying something, I've heard something. So it wouldn't shock me to see him in NXT sometime real soon.
Okay, Blue, that's fun. They did say that they're after anybody, so everybody look out. Dark State.
Yeah. Dark State is still trying to make a name for themselves, so be on the lookout. Dark
State's still a thing, and they can still beat you up. Yep. Noted.
What else did we get? The next thing we got was the Josh Briggs and Inamura with Obafemi segment. They came out. Inamura and Obafemi had their little face-to-face. Then Josh Briggs gets on the microphone and starts talking about Inamura. Then Josh Briggs and Obafemi get into it. Inamura's like, I want to do this respectfully. So please, let's after all the brawling, please let's do this. I want to show you on Saturday. So please and thank you. Let's do this, please. Then they security and referees come in just to hold them away from each other. We go away for a second, and we come back to the second segment with Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, which now Jordan Grace has arrived to Blake Monroe from the black SUV. She has arrived to her destination, and Jordan Grace is like, well, No, I'm out of here. Goodbye. I'm gonna take an Uber back. I'll see you at Great American Bash. And Blake's like, no, we got to do this. This is part of training. This is gonna help. We're gonna pamper ourselves.
Yeah.
So she gets a makeover kinda, I guess you could say, and they sit there. They have a good time with each other, and now they're ready for Great American Bash on Saturday.
I'm not going to ask you whether or not it will be an immediate turnaround for them to no longer be besties. I'm just going to bask in the glory of their bestiehood right now because
let's just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride, bitch. Because
if you saw the report from FIFO came out the other day, so just enjoy the ride for now.
Enjoy the ride, but for a minute, Muscle Muffin is my new favorite duo. I feel like they could have a really crazy and fun match against Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, and someone should make that happen.
That would be a lot of Barbie and Muscle.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That would be a lot.
Stuff.
So we go
what was next? I totally
go from that segment to now we go to the Kalani and Laney match, which was a very good match. Kalani Jordan picks up the win with the moonsault. I have some news dropping tomorrow morning on the Body Slam Patreon regarding a surprising producer for this match.
For this match.
Yeah, surprising producer for this match itself. Correct. Yeah. A very surprising name that a lot of people are trying to guess who it is right now. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or not. You just have to wait and see when the news drops on the Patreon. Yeah, but very surprised. I was
purchased Kalani Jordan a large ring.
No. Definitely not Mello. Definitely not.
I was like, Mello. That would be surprising. That's fun.
That would be surprising, but no, not Mello. It's the people will find out tomorrow, and it'll probably get aggregated. I'll tell you that.
You're only gonna find out if you follow this Body Slam Patreon for exclusive breaking news, interviews, podcasts, and more. Okay, it's right there, and it's what is it? / Body Slam.
Yeah, Body Slam PWN.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so that match happened, and then Thea Hale came in the ring and attacked Laney Reed again. They got into it. They've been having an ongoing thing going for the last few weeks. They brawl to the back. Kalani Jordan just watches it in the ring as they go up the ramp. She just sits there and watches them.
Yeah.
The next thing we got is Javon Evans is being looked at in the trainer's room. Taking a look at him, and he gets attacked again by Jasper Troy.
Jasper Troy is unrelenting.
Jasper Troy is trying to take out everybody and anybody in this game to make a name for himself. And Javon Evans is his victim right now. So he takes him out. Security comes in again, takes care of that. What we got? Oh no, Amanda and Bearded Amanda. Here we go. MDB.
Oh yeah, Bearded Amanda. Oops, wrong one. Bearded Amanda. MDB.
Vanilla DC.
I called him Vanilla DC when we first started. So Vanilla I'm sorry DC. If you're not even Caucasian, but you pass like me. So
I'm 100%.
There you go.
I am 100%.
Well, there is a giant bee that just came through my window. I would like you all to know. So if I keep continuing to look like here to my right, that is why. Like I'm horrified. It's huge, and
we'll talk. The next thing that happens is the former family have a segment, and Vanilla DC does look a little spicy though.
See, that's what I was saying right when I said, "Oh, we're maybe." See, I'm spicy. That's how I slide through. Nobody knows these things.
So we had this segment, and I had reported earlier in the evening that Rizzo was returning to this segment, and we got Adriana Rizzo. She's the one that called this meeting. She's the one that brought them all together. She said a lot happened. The family, there's no fixing this family. So here's what's gonna happen. Next Tuesday, you're going to have a triple threat between the three of you, and then you're all going to go your separate ways. which that's another thing that I reported tonight is that they're having a triple threat next week on NXT. So that should be good. Yeah, she looks like a sad puppy. She looks like a sad puppy. But yeah, they had their segment setting the stage for next week for their triple threat. They didn't say if it's for the Heritage Cup or not. They just said a triple threat match. So I don't know if it's for the Heritage Cup or if it's just a triple threat match between the three of them to offset their differences, and then they go their separate ways because they're all supposed to be going their own ways after this. Which question, I wonder where that leaves Rizzo now because everybody's going their separate ways. Nobody's with anybody anymore. So where does everybody come into play?
Yeah.
See, Jasper Troy comes in.
Roster?
I honestly don't know anymore. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens behind the scenes. His name was brought up earlier this year about going up. I don't know anymore. A lot of stuff happens and the plans change all the time. So at this point, I don't know. I think the story, depending on what happens with this story, we'll find out. But as of right now, I don't have any clue because I reported it and I don't know right now. I have absolutely zero idea. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen at this moment with him. I don't know how the Don character is going to last on NXT without a family. So
yeah, I feel like there's something.
A lot of people think he doesn't. A lot of people don't think he's going to fit on the main roster either with being the Don because there's no family behind him. So I don't know where he fits in at the moment. I don't know. I know where Stax and Luca fit in at the moment. I just don't know where Tony fits in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. MDB. Real stipulation should be loser has to join Chase U. Yeah, that would be funny as hell to see them go into the new Chase U, which we'll talk about too in a little bit. Then we have Jasper Troy show up. Jasper Troy grabs the microphone and says, "I'm done with Javon Evans. Ava, you know what to do. Make the match at Great American Bash triple threat." Javon Evans comes out. Security's trying to hold him off. He comes in, attacks Jasper Troy, takes out Jasper Troy. Then we find out later in the night that Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans will be taking place at Great American Bash, which I also reported on tonight. They will be having a match at Great American Bash. I'm excited for that one. That's two different styles. I want to see how the Powerhouse goes against the High Flyer.
Yeah.
I want to see how it – I think it'll be good, especially – this is Jasper Troy. Isn't this his first PLE match now? Yeah. It's his first PLE match, yeah. So I'm kind of interested to see how this works because his match against Obafemi was on NXT TV. See, I'm kind of interested to see how he works on a PLE. He's got a lot of high praise in NXT. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that match goes on Saturday, Great American Bash. What was next? The Culling have their little segment like they always do backstage talking. Welcome Tatum Paxley into the group. Tatum Paxley is officially in the Culling now. Somebody called Jasper Troy Black Abyss, and I told them that was an oxymoron. Okay. Yeah. That was that. Yeah. He definitely could pass. He's very, very metal, so you could absolutely have him. I think that's what he's based off of too, honestly. I think that's what his character type is kind of based off of. He does similar moves. He's got similar look to him. He just doesn't have the mask on his face.
There you go.
Let's see.
Maybe
with the Culling. Maybe. All right, so the Culling segment, don't really care. Sorry, Culling. I'm not a fan of the group. I'm really not a fan of the Culling. Sean Spears is there to elevate talent now. He's not there to do anything else. He's a worker / trainer, so he's not really there to do anything else but elevate talent for the next generation. We get this NXT Tag Team Championship match. Hank and Tank versus the Culling for the Tag Team Championships. Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley getting involved a lot. You knew that was going to happen. Then I reported as the match was ongoing that Sol Ruka and Zarya were going to get involved in this match, which they did. They brawled to the back with Izzy and Tatum.
There you go.
Resulting in Shawn Spears getting distracted, Hang and Take taking out Shawn Spears and Nico Vance, and they retain their tag team championships. Yeah, so that was okay.
I love Hank and Tank. Do you like
Hank and Tank? Hank and Tank are funny to me. Their whole gimmick is funny. Their whole gimmick is funny to me. This, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
Zarya turns on Sol Ruca. It's gonna be glorious. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch play out. They've already done their little teasers a few times, so it's gonna be fun to watch this play out and see exactly what happens. After this, it's time for the Women's Evolution Summit.
Aha.
Ava comes out, starts talking about Evolution, how she was in high school when the first Evolution happened. It had Io Sky in the finals of the Mae Young Classic. Now she's the Women's World Champion. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair had an epic last woman standing match. And Nikki Bella was in the main event. They didn't say who Nikki Bella faced in the main event. They just said Nikki Bella was in the main event. She said the more things change, the more they stay the same. This evolution will be just as groundbreaking. She's proud that everyone will feel the presence of NXT's women division on the show. Then she announces the 6 names that are going to represent NXT in the Battle Royal, which I had on Patreon tonight. The 6 names are going to be Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Lola Vice, Izzy Dame, and Tatum Paxley. So those are the 6 women representing NXT in the Battle Royal.
Solid.
Yeah, good. Fatal Influence, of course, comes out and interrupts her. JC Jane wants to make it all about herself, saying, hey, you forget about me? Ava's like, I just talked about you. I just mentioned you. Well, what do you want? JC Jane cuts her promo, says, I love how you're highlighting the Battle Royal, but you're not talking about the NXT Women's Championship match and how I'm the greatest NXT Women's Champion. That triggers Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace comes out and interrupts her, basically says that she's going to walk out of Evolution as the NXT Women's Champion on Sunday and represent the women's division in NXT. Lash Legend cuts them off, comes out, cuts a little promo. It says you two can fight over that title, but the bougie bully Lash Legend's going to be the one you remember after Evolution because I'm going to win the Battle Royal and go on to Clash in Paris to win a women's championship. Then we get the return to NXT of La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer. She comes out and basically says, it's good to be back here. JC Jane, you were the one to beat me, but Jordan Grace is walking out as NXT Women's Champion on Sunday. And me, I'm going to win the Battle Royal at Evolution. You have the Dungeon Dolls come out and interrupt the segment. The Dungeon Dolls come out, get their little jabs in about how they're going to be the ones that win the Battle Royal. And you have all the women coming down the bleachers. Jada Parker's on the microphone. Jada Parker basically says that she's going to be the one that wins it. And she's going to be the one that is going to hold the women's championship, whether she brings it back to NXT or she has it on the main roster. And you have all these different names, which I reported were also in the building tonight. You had Candice LeRae was there. You had B-Fab, Ivy Nile, Zelina Vega, Julia, on top of the ones that we already talked about with this segment, the Stephanie, Natalia, Maxine. And then an all-out brawl breaks out in the ring between all of these women. Everybody starts fighting. All hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks loose.
You have Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame just standing on the stage watching, laughing, taking it in. And then the show ends. Show ends with the women brawling in the ring. So tonight was a good build to Evolution women's wise. I enjoyed it. I dropped scoops about the women that were going to be involved tonight also in that segment. So that was another thing that I had on Twitter tonight. Overall, I enjoyed NXT tonight. I felt like a lot of, because it was the go home before Bash and Evolution. So yeah. I feel like there was a lot of story progression that they had in this between Obafemi and Inamura. You had the Javon and Jasper stuff going on. Blake and Jordan doing their thing together in the segments. What What else did we get? Fatal Influence obviously was involved in that main event segment. Talk about Evolution. Jordan Grace got involved again. You had the women that were going to be involved in the Battle Royal. So yeah, it's a good episode. A lot of story progression. I'm looking forward to what's coming this weekend with the the shows that we have, Great American Bash and Evolution, which will feature NXT talent.
Which match on Great American Bash are you most looking forward to?
Which, right now I'd have to say Oba and Yoshiki. I'd have to say that's the one that I'm really looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Blake Monroe does in her first WWE televised match, because she already competed at an NXT live event a week ago. They always do that. When a talent signs and before they have their TV match, they're going to put them on a house show at least once. So she got to work in a house show against Lainey Reed. I'm looking forward to her debut officially in a match. What else? I think my next would be Javon and Jasper. We have the whole card looks pretty good to me, honestly. The contract signing is kind of I'm kind of wondering what's going to come out of that contract signing, because it's on a show that you're counter programming the biggest show of your competition. So kind of wondering what we're going to get out of that contract signing.
This is true.
So I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. I'm very, very questioning exactly what they're doing with this contract signing. I don't think it's going to be a normal contract signing. I think some stuff is going to be going down that we're not expecting.
Oh.
Yoshi has a whole country behind him. Yeah, he does, MDB. Yes, he does. We talked about it. He does.
Yes, we did talk about it. I'm glad you're excited about that match. That one sounds good.
It was going to be good.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of fun stuff coming up this weekend. Which of the whole weekend are you most looking forward to?
The weekend between the three WWE shows?
No, I mean the whole kit and caboodle.
The whole
shebang.
See, there's a lot of great action that I'm looking forward to on the weekend. So it's kind of hard to answer. If I had to answer, I'll give one WWE match and one AEW match.
Fair.
The WWE side, I'm looking forward to that triple threat between Becky, Bayley, and Lyra. That's gonna be a fucking match of the year candidate in my eyes. I love all of them. Becky versus Bayley was the original match that I had heard initially back in May, but I like that they kept Lyra in the picture and have her working in there too, because it just adds a different dimension. This new side of her that they've been showing recently on TV has been very, very interesting to me. So that's the WWE match of the weekend, and I'm looking forward to. On the AEW side, I'd have to say the match that I'm looking forward to the most is Mercedes versus Tony. Two women's matches are my pick for the weekend to be great matches. I think Mercedes and Tony, story-wise, has been there. It's just unfortunate that they've been the only focus of the women's division. The rest of the women have been in multi-person tag team matches. Meanwhile, these two have been holding up because they both have the titles.
Yeah.
So And so having the TBS championship and having the women's world championship and a story together is kind of like the rest of the division is just sitting and waiting. But I think that match is going to be fantastic. They're both incredible talent. Mercedes is one of one in my eyes. She's outstanding. I think right now you have to have Mercedes as the number one in the entire world when it comes to women's wrestlers. So I'm going to be seated. I will have on one screen, I will have Great American Bash. On the other screen, I will have All In. So I will be watching both at the same time. I will be covering both at the same time. And then Sunday, obviously, we're not even going to talk about Saturday night's main event on Saturday because there's not really anything that I'm interested in on that show that much. So we're not really going to talk about that show.
Goldberg wins. I don't want it to happen. I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm saying the ultimate goal when it happens.
Don't do that.
I will be very amused. Other than that, it's okay. You look
Lord
genuinely
Jesus.
worried. Are you worried?
Not really worried. Not really worried. I don't know how he's gonna look in the ring. I don't know how Goldberg's gonna look because he gets winded. He got winded on Monday. He hit Gunther with one right hand and he was winded already. So I don't know how he's gonna look in the ring. I hope that match goes quickly. I really hope so. But there's not really anything that I wanna see on Saturday Night's Main Event. I am looking forward to Randy versus Drew on Saturday Night's Main Event. But my big things are All In and Evolution for the weekend that I'm truly gonna be locked in for. Not to take away from Great American Bash because like I said, I'll be watching. I will be watching everything. I'm not gonna be taken away from them because I'm pretty sure all the talent that are gonna be competing are gonna be putting on their best because they're being watched and everybody's watching. The eyes will all be on both promotions. So this week of wrestling is stacked. I posted about it on Sunday how much we've got this week. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm a sicko, so I'm seated for it all.
Okay, well, before we sign out, I am going to institute my own new special addition to Tuesday Night Besties, where I list off my questions for Tony Khan, because I have no serious questions for Tony Khan. I have very unserious questions for Tony Khan, and I would like to know this week, because of All In being in Texas, what is the go-to taco truck order for Tony Khan? That's kind of a Subway, like a sub question.
I'll tell Cassidy to ask him that just for you.
Please do. It's also a way to ask, has Tony Khan ever been to a taco truck?
Oh, I guarantee he has.
Really? You think if you've got Tony Khan money, honey, you're going to a taco truck?
Absolutely. I guarantee he has.
Is he down with the people?
Tony Khan is 100% down with the people. He's one of the people, which is why people don't like him, because he's so in with the people.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my question. I want to know the go-to taco truck order.
Tell Cassidy. And
no, I don't. No, don't get it twisted. I don't want answers to any of these questions. It's just
he'll get you an answer. He'll get you an answer.
I do still really want to know his thoughts on the Succession finale, whether or not we're talking about the television show or the WWE version. He can decide when he answers. They kind of ended the same way, but I just want to know what his thoughts on that are. Okay, well, I have nothing else to say other than thank you so much for Cory joining us here tonight. I trolled him as hard as I could. It didn't seem to rattle him at all. He is obviously a bestie, so he is Vanilla DC, Bearded Amanda in forever. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
if you want all of the best Body Slam coverage, you should definitely get involved in this Body Slam Patreon down here. The exclusive breaking news, the interviews, the podcast, and more. And I can honestly tell you that I watched the show tonight and it was like Cory scoop. That as soon as DC said like, girl, I can't do it. Like, I'm not going to make it. I thought, hold on. I know who knew what was going on here tonight because you're here the whole time. You knew before anybody else knew. So I was positive you would be aware. So definitely get that Patreon. I feel like, how much is it?
$5 a month.
$5 a month.
Yeah, $5 a month.
$5 a month. You can afford $5 a month, people.
Yeah, we also have like if you want to buy it separate, you can buy a post separate if you don't want to buy the whole month.
Well, that's fun though. Like if you're just like, I want to know.
Yeah, you can do that too. Go ahead and give the Body Slam Net YouTube a subscription too. We would greatly appreciate it. We're going to be doing more content on the Twitch also. The Twitch link is below, so please go ahead and give us a follow on the Twitch. We would greatly appreciate it. A lot more content coming on all of the platforms, not just the Patreon. So please give us a follow on everything. On Twitter too, you can follow us Body Slam Net always on all social platforms. You can find me. My social media is the same as what's on the screen right there, except for TikTok. TikTok, I don't have an underscore. TikTok doesn't allow an underscore, so I have no underscore on TikTok. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Don't try and add me on Facebook, please. I won't add you on Facebook. I just too much. I don't even use it. I'll be honest. I don't use Facebook. I stay on Twitter. Twitter is my go-to. So
I feel like
and Blue Sky.
Kind of grumpy ants, to be honest. I only ever
Blue Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky too. But I haven't really
Blue.
posted on there in months. So, but I will follow if I get a follow on there. And then
let's talk about how I thought Blue Sky, you had to be like a member to read it forever. So I was just saying the stupidest shit, and then I found out that just anybody can look at it now. So go check out my Blue Sky, because I'm saying the dumbest stuff for about 6 months. Thank you, Vanilla DC. Oh, MDB is so sweet to me. I think about him every day I do my eyebrows. A child is outside the door saying, "Shut up!" So I will do just that. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Much love.